What's up, Fever Nation? Let me guess. Who saw that coming? Who saw this coming? Was anybody surprised? How how do you get housed on the road by an average team? You just blew this team out. You handled this team at home, and you go on the road and you can't handle this team? It's the lineup. The lineup has finally caught up with Stephanie White. This experiment she has been using with Sophie Cunningham. I have no problem with Sophie Cunningham. I've said that on numerous occasions, and I'm going to say it for the last time in this video. I have no problem with her. Sophie Cunningham was better coming off the bench. I know some people are fascinated with the threes that she's hitting. She's knocking down threes at a tremendous clip. That's great. That's phenomenal. But she cannot defend players that are in the starting lineup on other teams. Stephanie White is content on trading baskets in that match in these matchups. She's conceding points, just like when she brings Dantas in the game. She's giving away points. If Dantas is hitting threes, it's a trade-off. If she's not, it's a loss. It's a negative for the team. Think about it, how many defenders do you have on this team? How many defenders? Think about it now. I'm not talking about tremendous defenders. Your most tenacious defender is coming off the bench. Does anyone remember Lexi Hull? Does anyone remember how she started the season? Does anyone remember how she was an almost can't miss three-point shooter? Lexi Hull was the most effective person in the lineup without Caitlin Clark. But Stephanie White, I guess, she thinks that needed fixing. And what was her solution to that? To start Sophie Cunningham. And game by game, minute by minute, as Lexi Hull's minutes have been shrinking, so has her confidence. Now Lexi Hull hasn't even hit a three in several games, or almost several games. And she keeps playing Sophie Cunningham all of these minutes. Why? Is she trying to revive this young lady's career? Her deference toward these veteran players is shocking. It's like she is banking her entire career, which is not going to be very long, in this team, with this team. It can't be. Tonight, 46 points after three quarters. That's your motion offense, Stephanie White. What do you have to say about that? I don't even want to watch your press conference, because it's going to be and blaming players and talking about what the players didn't do, saying absolutely nothing about your contribution. When are you going to take accountability for the actions that you have taken, for the roster changes and moves you have made to the starting lineup? Now, the Fever is slowly migrating back to 500. Now, they're going to play the Chicago Sky Saturday, a bad team. If they lose to Chicago in Chicago, I don't care where they play Chicago. If they lose to them, she needs to quit. Stephanie White, you need to pull a DeWanna Bonner. Call in, tell them you ain't making it, pretend you and whoever got something going on, and you need to stay at the house for a couple of days or two. You need to miss a couple of games. And then, just like Bonner, just completely check out. Just check out. Tell them you're not coming back. We can live with it. We'll be fine. We'll let the husband and wife team take over from there, with probably the husband taking the lead role. He seemed to do fine when you took off the last time. Did you see the substitutions she brought in? Again, she's playing Bibby. And I didn't watch the first. I got so much stuff going on. I didn't even see the first half. But did she play Bibby? I'm asking you all, Fever Nation. Did she bring Bibby again in the second half? How do you sit a player down you want to be effective for you in a game for 2 quarters? How do you do that as a coach? Stephanie White does not know how to develop players. She doesn't. She is not developing this roster. She's destroying it. Lexi Hull should be one of your better players, but now she's becoming your worst. Does anybody remember how Lexi was playing? She was almost an all-star. She would have been, but she would have been the 4th Fever player in the all-star game, and the league did not want that. Now, if that had been any other team, they'd have said, okay, let's do it. But since it's the Fever, and you know how much hate it is in this league for the Fever, you had Mitchell, Boston, and Clark. Clark didn't even have to play a lot, and she was a bona fide all-star. Hull was your 4th, the big 4. Bring Cunningham off the bench, and let's go back to the way things were. You need to redevelop this girl's game. This girl has lost her confidence. She doesn't look like she's going to be able to hit a 3 anytime soon. Stephanie, what are you doing to her confidence? Well, I mean, really, what is your overall plan for this entire roster? I understand you sitting players and not playing players, but what's your rationale? When you put Dantas in the game, you're giving up defense. You may as well play Timpson. I keep saying this, and I'm going to say it until you make a move or retire this season. Whichever comes first. Play Timpson. Timpson can rebound and defend. You're giving up points anyway. At least Simpson can cut off the points somewhat. Dantas is going to give up layups to the basket. It's in a switch. When the teams, when they see that matchup, they're going to force the switch, and it's going to leave Dantas exposed. That's why you played Timpson early. I saw what you was doing, but then you brought Dantas back in. Has her confidence shot? Have you shot her confidence too? Because why is this team getting worse? Why are some of the role players getting worse on this team when they should be getting better under your leadership, Stephanie White? Do you know how to develop players? Consider the DeWanna Bonner nuclear option.